Hello mga kababayan, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Laruan ni Obi-Wan. So this action figure I took out from storage. I have been really reserving this for a very long time. Something that I bought in 2013, produced by Mattel. We have the BatMan The Dark Knight Returns action figure. So far I really love the design of all their packaging materials. We still have a lot of card art instead of just the boxy type that McFarlane Toys would give us. So we know that this is a BatMan Dark Knight Returns action figure because of that signature art. And of course, the figure is a Frank Miller designed BatMan Returns action figure. Now, let's go to the back of the packaging material. So the box card would have an image of Batman and Robin. We have the bio of Bruce Wayne and a little bit of the history of Batman The Dark Knight Returns. So we're going to discover whether this action figure would scale up with the more recent McFarlane Toys feature of Batman The Dark Knight Returns Superman action figure. So let's open this figure and review it. So let's examine the contents of our purchase. Actually, just very little content. We only have the figure. We don't have any flight stand or action figure stand or a fancy trading card. We only have this as an accessory, a batarang of some sort, but to me it looks like a comb with a made in China mark. Okay, so let's discuss articulation on this action figure. So let's discover head articulation. So sideways movement. Okay, you have a little bit of wiggling movement for the head. So can he look up? Just a little bit. Can he look down? Just enough. So I guess that is okay. For the waist area, let's move the arms upwards first. So do we have a rotation area for the waist? We do. And of course we see a ab crunch. And is it possible to bend this figure backwards? No bending backwards, so it's just going to be a front ab crunch. So for the arms, we don't have any butterfly joints on the arms, but rotation on the arms is possible. Lifting that arms up is possible. We have a bicep cut for rotation of the bicep. We have a single point of articulation for the elbow. We have hand articulation, but it's going to be just rotation. We don't have any hinge or swivel for the hand area or a ball socket, so that is non-existent. It's only for McFarlane produced action figures that we have that feature. But even if this figure does not have any of those fancy butterfly joints, somehow it's still okay. So let's go discover the articulation on the legs. So stubby legs, moving upwards, moving backwards, and as you could see, that is the articulation point for the legs. However, we have a covering for that articulation point with the bat briefs and belt. So we have single point of articulation for the knee. And how well does the knee bend? Nice bend. And for the shin, do we have a boot rotation? Yes, we have a boot rotation over here. And we have a swivel. And do we have a rocker for the foot? Let's discover. No rocker, but we only have that swivel. Okay. So that's the articulation points for this BatMan action figure, which was released in 2013. Okay, so how tall does this figure stand? So this is around 6.5 inches. So 6.5 from the top of that forehead to, of course, that toe. So the bat symbol on the chest, that is not a molded bat symbol, it is just a painted bat symbol on the chest. We only have 3 colors for this action figure: gray for the suit, and black for the gloves and the boots and the briefs and the cowl and the cape. And we have the yellow color for the utility belt. So when I took this out of packaging, somehow the black painted material or the black portions on this action figure are really just nice and lightly colored, that when it touches the light, somehow it really gives off a nice reflection compared to the other action figures that somehow are glossy black. So this is more on the light black color. So this, when you put this on your stand, somehow it does not get drowned out by the rest of the other figures that you have beside or on the front or on the back. So let's take a look at the details. We have different pouches for the utility belt. So we have bigger pouches and we have smaller pouches, and somehow all those pouch would run onto the back of the figure. So the bigger pouches would really be on the back of the action figure. So this figure also has nice details on the boot. So we have traction threads for the sole of the boot. So really nice looking action figure compared to the one that McFarlane put out. I somehow like this best, especially how the cape would flow to the side of the figure, and the length of the cape, it is just right, and somehow it is not too way heavy that it would later make the figure topple down backwards. Actually, this is a nicely balanced action figure, considering that that cape is made of really thick plastic heavy material. So how does this figure finally scale with the McFarlane Toys Superman? So this is what I really like as to the scaling of these two action figures. Just like the Batman The Dark Knight Returns movie, the 1 and 2, we have a taller Superman figure and quite a shorter Batman figure. But of course, they have already considered in the movie quite aged a bit, so the body proportions are just according. So really like the scale of these two. So we have the modern version, the more recent release, and a older version. So they mix well together, and I'm really happy right now with how this pair would look. So I'm just happy that I skipped on the McFarlane Toys Batman The Dark Knight Returns action figure. Somehow I really felt odd about it. The thing that I only just have to get used to with this action figure by McFarlane is that head sculpt. But somehow it's my second day of owning it, so it's starting to grow on me actually. Okay, so let's go to the photos and the video shots, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the next review.